مرحبا بكم في مراكش. مرحبا.
Well, that is exactly what that means in Arabic. Welcome to Marrakech, the Red City, the land of God, the Kingdom of Morocco, and more appellative nicknames used to describe Marrakech. And this video, guys, is all about this unique and magical city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a vibrant city with surreal scenery and intense fragrance, a place you must visit once in your lifetime. Join me in this video and I will tell you all I know about Marrakech, all things you can do if you decide to visit this city. So sit comfortably and enjoy this new video. Well, with just over 1 million inhabitants, Marrakech is the fourth largest city of Morocco. Located right in the center of the country, the city lies west of the foothills of the Atlas Mountains. And those mountains are very much visible from Marrakech, especially during winter time when they are covered with snow. Marrakech is nicknamed the Red City because the majority of its buildings are constructed with red clay. To keep this feature by law, all new buildings must be built this way. What's the best way to get to this Moroccan city, you may ask? Well, Marrakech is best reached by air. Marrakech main airport, Marrakech Menara International Airport, is linked to all others important airports in the world. Therefore, you can fly there direct. No need to change to other airports. Marrakech, remember, is a very recognized and important city. Best things to do once you are in Marrakech. Of course, many tourists will visit immediately the Kotobia Mosque, which is the largest and most important mosque in the city. Then you can admire the ruins of the El Bari Palace and of course explore the Bahia Palace and enjoy the secret gardens of Marrakech. But remember guys, that Marrakech was indeed the first imperial city, a fortified city. Still now the majority of the whole Medina is surrounded by its 12th century 9-meter high defensive walls and is indeed one of the main attractions for all the tourists that visit Marrakech. But the main attraction of Marrakech for all tourists visiting Marrakech is and remains the largest square there, the Jemaa el-Fna, the largest square in Africa, used either for entertainments. There you'll find musicians, acrobats, snake charmer, dancers, all sorts. Or you find there stalls where there is vendors selling their goods, either food or any aircraft. Well, in the surrounding area, the edges of the El Jemaa, there is this famous marketplace, the souk, which means bazaar, marketplace in Arabic. Well, it's a labyrinthine marketplace. Let me tell you for sure, guys, even if you bring with you a map there, once you are in the marketplace, you are likely to get lost. It's very tricky to get back to your hotel once you are in there. So I would suggest to you, for the very first time you will intend to visit Marrakech, please bring with you a guide. Once you are in a marketplace, you will experience something amazing. And I'll tell you, this is the God truth. That place is magical. The incredible scent that fill and heal your soul, the beauty and the vibration that comes out of the colorful place that is the marketplace. Those artisans are working 24/7. It's absolutely incredible what you can buy there, from leather to clothes to lamps to woodcraft, anything you can possibly imagine, top quality. They are also very friendly people. And now guys, let's have a break. It's time to start painting something about Marrakech. I will get back to you. I will tell you, of course, more about this wonderful city. Coming back to Marrakech, guys, I have to say personally that the Gemma El Fna is much more than a marketplace square. Over the centuries, it has evolved to a cultural crossroads. Remember that in Arabic, ironically, Gemma means congregation. After enjoying a coffee on one of the terraces overlooking Gemma El Fna, me and my partner Fiona decided to head to the Old Medina, to the marketplace, to the famous souk. There a traditional herboristery caught our eyes. One of the men working there explained to us all the ins and outs about the spices, herbs and traditional remedies they were selling in the shop.
So this is like a pharmacy, as you can see.
Herbasti.
Yeah, we have herbs inside.
And peppers are the nomads in the desert of the Sahara Desert. The peppers.
Yeah, but the herbs are the native people who started it.
Ah, okay.
Like the Celtics, like in Ireland and Scotland. You understand?
Okay.
But there's like a stereotype, but people always thinking like about like Berbers are the poor people in the mountains and a lot of things like that.
Well,
But
you talk about that was one thing or
Berbers are the native people of North South Africa. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and some of yeah, like if you've been in Morocco, as you can see, that was with the fish, sardines, with cinnamon, canela, chamomile.
it's a mix of herbs.
Yes, chamomile. It's a kind of infusion, and you can drink it. You can put it in water, that's warm with green tea. You understand? Okay, that's what's special. Okay. That's a lovely area.
Can you try? Can you drink it? Wow, look.
I'm walking away. I'm walking right there. I don't know why I have to do that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Once you are inside the Old Medina, guys, you are thrilled. Thrilled by the sensory experience and historical richness of the place. Thrilled by its unique atmosphere. All of these alleyways, narrow streets, with their characteristic and traditional riads. Me and Fiona spent almost 2 hours browsing around the marketplace, and again we were blown away by the quality of the goods they are selling there. What those artisans create is extremely incredible, original, magnificent, top quality. From leather bags to leather puffies, from kilim rugs to Sabra silk fabrics, stunning ceramic and terracotta ornaments, incredible handmade metal carved lampshades, leather sandals, wooden aircraft, Berbers necklaces. What you can buy from the marketplace is incredible. Before heading back to the hotel, we decided to pay a visit to our dear friend Mustafa, which also owns a stall in a marketplace selling mainly natural Moroccan perfumes.
Wonderful smell.
Behind me is of course the owner of this shop, and the other one talking to Fiona right now is his son, Mustafa.
In Morocco after May.
No, no sugar. No. incredible. If it was me, I would have dropped it all over the place.
تحاول راحة
Which means cheese.
تحاول راحة
Walker.
إن شاء الله مرحبا
See you later. But was there in Marrakech, apart from the Gemma Elfna Square, that tourists can visit? Well, Koutobia Mosque, the largest mosque in Marrakech, the most important, is one of the main destination and attraction for tourists. As tall as 77 meters can be seen from all over Marrakech and is symbolically considered the largest and most important mosque in a city. Well, in the year 1147, Almohad conquered Marrakech and decided to build this iconic. Another important attraction and destination for tourists once they visit Marrakech is El Bahia Palace, a large decorative building with almost 130 rooms, many courtyards and riads. Well, this building is the main example of the Arabic and Islamic architectonical style. Then you have, of course, El Badi Palace. And then you have many gardens you can visit, the Menara Gardens, the Secret Gardens, but artistically the most unique, I would say, personally, and most original is, for me personally, the Jardin Majorelle Garden, which is a 1 hectare botanical garden created by French Orientalist Jacques Majorelle at the beginning of the 19th century. Well, it's a quite unique garden. There you can find many conceptual structure, some cubist style structure, some other postmodern, etc., etc. And it is a destination to all of you that intend to visit Marrakech. I will suggest to go. Is the art museum in Marrakech, and of course there is a lot of art in Marrakech, and the most important museum is the Marrakech Museum of Art. There you can appreciate all the main examples of the Islamic art. But well guys, I believe that in every artistic Moroccan style there is the influence, the strong influence of the Berbers of the Sahara Desert, that there is a massive affluence of those Berbers in the city of Marrakech. Well, already when you are inside the souk, inside the marketplace, most of the time you come across to this tribal sculpture, these tribal heads, and they are absolutely amazing. Clearly they have a Berber influence. Well, when I was in Marrakech, I didn't really manage to visit the Contemporary Art Museum, and but nevertheless, I managed to visit this less important, I would say, art gallery, just aside, Gemma Elfna. There were a few exhibitions. Some of the local artists of Marrakech were exhibiting there. Well, on that occasion, Fiona ended up to buy this print representing a tiny little kitten. Well, it's funny that in Marrakech, wherever you are or wherever you go, you find kittens and cats all over the place. And they are such lovely creatures. It's a shame that sometimes they seem to be starving and they should be nourished more. But anyway, that's the way it is, we can't really change it. In short,
See?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Shukran. See, she betrayed me. What's your name?
Ismail.
And how many artists are exhibiting here? Roughly? How many artists? 10, 20, 30?
About 10.
10. But they are all from
Morocco.
from all over Morocco.
Marrakech. All of Morocco.
All over Morocco. Okay. Thank you. Well, now, guys, it's time for me to get back to my painting, finish off this painting. But I would like to remind you again to keep watching my videos, keep subscribing for new videos, and please don't forget to leave any comments, or if you want to ask any question, please let me know. It was a pleasure to be with you today, and guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.